Good morning, my people. You're welcome to today's political discussion. Today is the 6th of December, 2025, and we are still discussing Nigerian politics. In today's political structure, Southern Nigeria has become much more influential than Northern Nigeria. I repeat, in today's political structure, under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Southern Nigeria, Southern politicians have become much more influential in the scheme of things more than Northern Nigeria. Over the years, the Fulani-led Northern Nigeria, or Arewa, they were the most influential, and they dictated how politics will be run. They will tell you that we have the numbers, the North will remember. They will tell you, they will threaten you. If you are going to have an alliance with Northern Nigeria, they will put their interest first. They will say, what would it benefit us? It is all about Northern interest in the scheme of things, usually before. Until President Bola Ahmed Tinubu assumed the position of presidency, then things started changing. Alignment and realignment. As we speak today, there is a party, a political party, who seems to be like opposition, but this party is filled with the Fulani disgruntled Northern politicians that wants to get back at a Tinubu who is a Southern president. Now, there are some statements that is being made by these politicians, some politicians in Northern Nigeria. Some people have been saying it like as if it's not, they are saying it by the back. They are saying that they will never allow a Yoruba man become president of Nigeria again. You see, what audacity. That is the problem I have with these Northerners. What audacity. They believe they own Nigeria. That's why a certain state said, born to rule. They will threaten you that we own Nigeria. We determine who becomes president. Now, because Tinubu has taken up a suicide. See, what Tinubu is doing is political suicide. Political is either you make it or you break it. Is either he restructures Nigeria or the worst will come. Because this Fulani-led Northern Nigeria, I know why I'm calling them Fulani-led Northern Nigeria. Fulani conquered Northern Nigeria. They have been making subtle and heavy threats. You see, a particular politician was being asked a question about Tinubu's presidency. He said, when you give Yoruba power, they will use it against you. That is why we refuse to give Abiola power. That is why what happened to Abiola happened to Abiola. You can see the threat. You can see their mindset. You can see their agenda. So when Tinubu came in like he wants to be president, Tinubu carefully crafted his way into presidency. That is why I will give it to Tinubu for what he did. For over the years, he planned and planned and planned. He saw an opportunity and he took it. He understood the kind of persons these Northerners are before he now had an alliance with the Buhari. You see, as a politician, sometimes there are some compromises you take. Well, it may not sit well with everybody, but as a politician, in this current system, this Nigeria system we find ourselves, there are some compromise you will take. We will blame a Tinubu for bringing Buhari as president, aligning with the jihadist Islamic fundamentalists. But that was a pathway for him to become president. Because if not, Tinubu will have not been president of Nigeria in whatever fashion without aligning with the Buhari. Yes, Buhari and co, the bandits, the bandit party. That's what I call the party. I call the party the bandit party because we understood and we have come to understand again that the insecurity we are facing in Nigeria today, this bandit party, which is the CPC, contributed to most of the issues we are having today. Under a Buhari, the Minister of Interior, through the central bank governor, they gave them billions of naira to Mietiala so that they can stop killings. Former governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai, accused the current governor of paying bandits. Some of that Northerners, politicians, have come to tell us that these people that were imported by the CPC led by Buhari and El-Rufai, they are being pacified. So they brought a problem and they created a problem. We have spent trillions of naira on this problem and we have lost a lot of officers on this problem. That's why I've said Tinubu knew all this, but he took that compromise because if he didn't take that compromise, I don't think he will be president of Nigeria today. I told you, emotions will never win over strategy. Emotions. Even though somebody is bad. Okay, let's look at the Tubu and Obi. Tubu, he named for bad book. APC, their name they for bad. They don't see them as an upright political party from now till Jesus come. We have the Obi, a saint. The social media sensation came. People key in with emotions and some of the things that's been said about him. People just keyed in and wanted Buhari and APC out. But there was no real strategy on ground. I told you as a politician, politics is grassroots. Politics is not emotion. It is strategy. That is why they tell you that, hey, in politics, there's no permanent friend, no permanent enemy, but permanent interest. Your interest revolves around your strategy. What is the strategy you are using to beat your opponent? You see, you think in war there's morality. Oh God. I'm a Christian. I'm a very, very... I went to read Bible school, so I understand what I'm saying. In war, there's no morality. It is after they don't win you, they'll come, they film morality. For instance, now, you are a Christian, you're a child of God, okay? When the Bible says if they slap you, turn your other place. If you see Fulani, no gun them down as a soldier or as a police. If you see Fulani, don't protect yourself and allow the Fulani to slap you. So in war, sometimes your morals do not count. In winning war, sometimes your moral, in this current Nigerian system, your moral does not count in winning war. The war you are going to win is a means to an end. Tubu played a dirty politics. I'm not defending Bola Tinubu. I'm telling you what is applicable under your one Nigeria. Because me, I don't believe in one Nigeria. I believe in a Nigeria that is restructured. If you don't restructure this country, every other thing you are doing, you're just... Shebi since 1960 now, they speak BB grammar, technical committee, structural adjustment program, poverty alleviation, blah, blah. Every committee is being set. Policies are being set. People, they go university, they write project. The project, they solve the Nigerian problem. But none of these projects are being used, are being brought into reality. People have proper solution upon everything. We still there where we are today. It is because the system is not a system that you can apply all those things on. You have to that foundation is you have to rebuild another foundation for things to work. So the way Tinubu got into power, he strategically got himself into power. He was able to deceive the North. He brought in Buhari. He pushed Buhari into the front. Probably he instructed his soldiers in the ACN. Don't even criticize this man. If he does bad, just try and patch him. Don't be amongst those that will criticize him because you understand the mentality of Northern Nigeria. That is why Northern has no go like Igbo, because Igbo, they give them wutu. Under Buhari, it was majorly the Southeast that were even attacking Buhari, majorly. Some people from the Southwest were there. Other people did so, even in the North. But majority of the people that really attacked the Fulani and the President Buhari then were the Igbos. His loyalists, his full soldiers, he told them, calm down. We have a path to presidency. Did not say anything. They just aligned. They just, even the second time, they even campaigned for him. When we knew that the guy was a colossal failure, they even campaigned for him. The North was looking at it. Even with that, they wanted to even sideline a Tinubu. You can see the kind of people we are having alliance with. The Fulani. Northerners are good. I told you before that Nigeria would have been a better place if not for the Fulani factor. It is only the Fulani factor that is making Nigeria look... One Nigeria is good though, but that Fulani, I've sat down, I looked at it. I have looked at the Fulani as a person, his values. Why is a Fulani living his life? What is his aim? It is always consistent over the years. Domination, Islamization, jihadism, yes, occupation of people's lands. Now the worst thing here is that they believe, now them get Nigeria. That all lands in Nigeria, they believe. If you look at the African map, almost all the Sahel states, now military, Sahel states, it remains Nigeria. Nigeria is one of the democracy in this Sahel state. And what is the plan for Nigeria? Yes, so the reality here is that Tubu was able to play the Northerners. Second time they campaigned for this man, after they campaigned for this man, he won. Even an article with his dollars, with his money, the first time they had the coalition of the APC. Is it coalition? Yes, maybe coalition of the APC. Tinubu stopped an article from using his dollars to beat a Buhari in the APC. Atiku will have won Buhari when they had the Maja. Yes, Maja. Atiku will have won Buhari, but Tinubu used this money to even defend Buhari, and some of the Buhari camp, they knew. That is why they really had to, okay, this guy, because normally, the Islamic jihadists, fundamentalists, the bandits in the north, disguising as politicians, don't see anybody better than them. They see themselves they see themselves as people that need to rule over. If you are a Sultana or you are somebody else other than Fulani, they see themselves as better than you. If you see the way they address you, the disgust they have within them, they might mask it, they might pretend as if they are laughing with you. But within, they have this thing about them that they are better than everybody. So even with that, the sacrifices Tinubu did, so Buhari people still believe that Buhari had 12 million votes. Without 12 million votes, there will be no APC having presidency. But they forget to tell you, because hypocrisy and politics is almost the same in northern Nigeria. They forget to tell you that Buhari tried for how many years? Mr. Integrity said he was not going to contest again. He was shedding tears until Tubu came to the rescue. They won't tell you that. So even with the second term, they wanted to even sideline Tinubu. Look at what Tinubu did at the primaries. It shocked everybody, even Amechi. They wanted Ahmed Lawan. If not for something that happened, that El-Rufai mobilized those governors. And the 14 governors of northern Nigeria that El-Rufai mobilized, they were looking at the Muslim ticket. It was even their own selfish. I told you, politics is about interest. No permanent friend, no permanent enemy. Why is El-Rufai not in Tinubu's cabinet? And why is El-Rufai fighting Tinubu now? It is about interest. Nigerian politics, it is not about, if you think say politician, they fight for you. Hi, God. You know, now circumstance, they make them do some things to benefit the people. You know, the APC, like I said, APC, if APC is going to do anything in Nigeria today, it is to show off. It's not because really ingrained in them, like within them, they really want to do something for the people. It is just to show off. Why did the APC lose Lagos? Some boys in their Tubu were saying that the APC has been mismanaging the funds, that they are going to show APC pepper. Yes, before the election 2023, some boys said they have neglected the youths. I lived in Okera, Ogba, and I knew what happened. I was much more active in the street. I knew what happened. Some people were even like blasting that they will show the APC. The APC never intended to even... The structure of APC in Lagos was so corrupt that some people just saw it as their traditional title. You know, traditional is my right. They can do and do anything. Some people have become chairman for like 3 to 4 times. They put their children, everything. It became a hereditary thing, like family thing, APC. But until they lost to Obi, then you now see they now started reforming themselves. They were shocked. Say, we should not allow this to happen again. No, let's begin to do things for the people. Let's begin to do roads for the people. It is because of that defeat from Labour Party. You see the APC fix. Go to Agege now. If you may not recognize Agege again. It's because they are afraid of their political dynasty to be replaced by the Labour Party. Initially, I told you, politicians never look at you. You are not their priority. It is their personal interest that is their priority. That is why somebody will stay in the same street with guys. He don't become chairman. He go run away from local government. Like say the local government when he dey, place no day. He go disappear from local government. He go dey stay for Lekki. They supervise what did happen for Ikeja local government. It tells you a lot. So let's move on. After winning the primaries, they were looking. Monetary policy by Emefiele wanted to stop a Tubu. If you are following politics with sentiment, because as I talk these things, someone will say, this guy, APC don't buy him. Tubu don't buy him. You don't see where your life did because of emotions. You don't see where it did because you use emotions, they follow things. You are not using strategy, political strategy, they follow things. You don't see where your life don't end now. So they try using the monetary blah 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 to staff or funds and everything blah blah blah. Buhari was indifferent. Buhari did not actively work against Tinubu. For people that think Buhari worked against, Buhari stood, you know, his silence is also complicity, but he preferred to be silent than to be active. Yes. He prepared to be silent, be indifferent, let things just carry out their course. He has done it 8 years. Let me just, anyhow, anybody wins, go. Tubu was doing as if he won't die today, tomorrow. He won't die today. No. He did like say, no, he won't die. But he did not die. In like they say, how they say, Baba will know well. From there, those Northerners were happy. We have a Shetima, a strong man. He go, Mosu Tinubu, blah, blah, blah. Tinubu was so patient, was so strategical. He does not have morals when it comes to politics. But he played Northern Nigeria, one of the most dirty politics in the history of Nigeria. He played them like football. What happened every day? Overnight, whether he bribe, because me personally, I don't believe that Tinubu won the election. There was a free and fair election. Whether I do whatever I do, since all of you agree to be in this system called Nigeria, anything you see, take on. I'm not supporting the elections you have in Nigeria. I'm telling you what happened. What happened? Whether you do Magumago or not, man, when they announced Tinubu, I just say, wow. I never supported Tinubu. I supported P2B. I did talk, I'm an obedient till today, tomorrow. If you are supporting a political party, it is your right to support. If you like support Sadhguru Maharaji, if you like support Church of Satan, it is your right to support. I will not demonize you for supporting whoever I want to support. Guys will go to a bar to buy drink. Somebody will be drinking trophy. The other person will be drinking Heineken. The other person will be drinking Goldberg. The other person will be drinking whatever. Different brand, stout, Guinness stout, different brand. Would you be angry with your friend, or will you break up with your friend, or will you stop friendship because your friend is not drinking Heineken that you are drinking? That is life. We have different, we are different people with different decisions. So me, I'm an obedient till today, tomorrow. I don't like the style of APC governance. APC governance, they are playing with the structure. They are playing with the rules of this Nigerian structure, this criminal structure that will never amount to anything. They are just aligning with it. Yes. If you see them doing anything, they are doing it just to prove a point. The ultimate thing is that they have a personal vendetta. Like I said, Tinubu, first, I have said it, 8 years. If you like, men Northern Nigeria turn upside down. Tinubu prefer to spend 8 years than half of Northern Nigeria be burning. You know, mind, a day to election, you go declare state of emergency for everywhere. Everywhere go scatter. You know, mind, a month to election, you go make sure that everybody is confused. There's so much chaos politically. You go scatter everything. When you don't scatter everything, before you know it, they don't elect him as president. Chebi na the INEC. Now them get judiciary. In your one Nigeria, judiciary now president influence judiciary. In your one Nigeria, now president influence the Senate and the House of Rep. In your one Nigeria, president, governors, leaders, political leaders determine who wins an election, not the people. In your one Nigeria, in your democracy. Yes. It has its advantages and disadvantages. If the person is a good person that has good intention, it is advantageous. But if the person is not a good person, but because of the circumstances, he wants to prove a point, my brother, is not going to last for a very long time. Yes, I tell you. I bet you that if you have Oduduwa Nation today, Tinubu will not be the first choice. It's like you people that like Tinubu. I know that people like you don't know how the population of Yorubas that support Tinubu today is not up to 40%. Say 40%, 30%. The APC does not have street credibility in Lagos, in Southwest. Oh God, I don't know how to bring this home. The APC does not have street credibility in the Southwest. It says a lot of things. Let's not divert to that. We are talking about Northern and Southern Nigeria. And Northern saying that Tinubu may be Nigeria's last president, blah, blah, last Yoruba president, that they will never allow Yoruba to become president. That one is not possible. You know why? Because the restructuring that is coming, that is going to come, I hope you are able to survive it, these Northern politicians, because it is too bad of you to start bragging. Why are you bragging? The Southerners have been loyal, have been quiet, have been fidgety, have been aligning with you. You are just bragging. You think we are your slaves. And that, you think you cannot do anything. You cannot compare a Southerner to a Northerner. I'm telling you, the civilization the brilliance, the intelligence, the innovation. You cannot compare Southerners to Northerners. Northern politicians are produced because of the number and because of the rubbish system that the colonial masters put us in. That is why you see them having leaders. You can't compare Tinubu to a Buhari. You can't compare Tinubu to any leader in Northern Nigeria. You can't compare them. You can't compare Obasa. Okay. How many tell me the leaders in Northern Nigeria. Can you compare Awolowo to Tafawa Balewa or Azikwe? Which of them? Ahmad Bello. Can you compare any of them? Any of them? Can you compare Obasanjo to any of them? Obasanjo, can you compare to any of them? Okay, Obasanjo, Atiku, Buhari, and this. Can you compare? How many? What have they built personally themselves? If not, they built on government patronage, government influence, government connection. What have they built personally? I want to know that one. There's nothing they build. They just come and they start bamboozling everybody. They start whining everybody. This, that, not to remember. See, you people should not provoke also. Don't tell us that Yoruba, okay, since you want it like that, don't worry. Should be middle belt, they are warming up. You'll be shocked. I can't say anything for now. When it gets to 2029 or 2030, you can understand, say politics. If you hear northern politicians, you're going to say, forget. Down a local champion. Northern politicians will, at the end of the day, turn to local champion, and they will not be able to influence anything around Nigeria. Shebi Atiku, they hype Atiku and co. Say without P2B or any other thing, you go infiltrate South. We are hearing you. Arebeshola is doing a very wonderful job. I'm telling you, Arebeshola, but Atiku and Tinubu, Atiku cannot beat Tinubu. Southerners will determine who wins the election now. Not Northerners. That politics for Northern Nigeria, they don't see. If Tinubu is out of power, in case he doesn't restructure Nigeria, that divide has been planted. That independence, political independence of the Middle Belt has been planted. Middle Belt will forever not want to join the Arewa again. And if they are having to vote, should be the last vote P2B got from the North. It's from Middle Belt now. So we know where they are lying now. Let's see what happens. I don't think if Tinubu is going to be the last Yoruba president, that means Tinubu will be the last president in Nigeria. May God help Nigerians.